It's Aubrey again with Taking Back Texas, and I want to put out a bit of clarification on some information that was blasted out last week that I've received several inquiries about. Though it's not my information, I can very easily clear it up because I know what's going on around here for the most part. Some of you may have received an email last week if you're local, if you're in Tarrant County, or some of you might be statewide and be on this email list. You may have received an email from one TK Campbell that today they were going to have a hearing over whether Hyder has the right to deny her group, CEITX, access to data from the servers from the 2020 election. What TK Campbell didn't mention in that email is that the reason Hyder has plausible deniability to deny not only her group, but everyone across the state from accessing any data from the Tarrant County servers used in the 2020 election is because her group placed a temporary restraining order on those servers. He's legally prohibited from touching those servers to remove or retrieve any data from them. He would be violating a judge's order. And if you don't know how judge's orders work, if you violate them, you could end up in jail. Sorry about my hair. It keeps falling into my face. And something that's really truly an inappropriate thing is to knowingly disseminate misleading and false information. TK Campbell and her group, CEITX, Citizens for Election Integrity Texas, know full well why Hyder can't give any of us the data off of those servers. And I'm not defending Hyder when I say this. I am pointing out the facts. They put a TRO on those servers. Hyder can't touch them. They know that. But they go out and they act as if he's doing something wrong when this is actually him following the law. It's also inappropriate for them to respond to people that ask them about this with, well, since when has Hyder cared about following the law? Though we agree that Hyder is not in compliance with state statutes in administering our elections, where we disagree is that it's appropriate to violate more laws, violate other statutes in the pursuit to prove that he's not in compliance with state statutes. That's not appropriate. It's very important that we get this information right and that we're accurate and we're truthful and we're not misleading other patriots. Very dangerous to play games like that, to play games with our judicial system and to play games with the minds of other men who are curious and watching this play out. It's very, very rude to tell people that. Well, since when does Hyder feel like following the law? You know when? You know since when? Since you gave him plausible deniability to deny you access to those servers. Since you gave it to him on a silver platter, TK Campbell. It's not a good look when other election integrity groups are putting out misinformation that they know is not accurate. I work really hard to try and make sure that I'm right. I've even, when I've pissed Hyder off, I've told him, look, if you want me to clarify something, if I've gotten something wrong, let me know and I'll issue a clarification. But I'm not wrong on much of this stuff. He and I may disagree, but if I'm wrong about something, I'll correct it. I'll issue a clarification statement. I'll do my best not to have to do that. I think I've issued one. And I'm open to do that. Sometimes I might get something wrong. I've been wrong before. I might be wrong again. So if you're interested in attending this hearing, which is not over the 2020 election data, despite what TK Campbell's email said, it's actually over 2021 municipal election data. Keep up with the court docket. And I'd like to point out that on top of preventing him from obtaining any of that data from that server and providing it to any of us who might ask for it, and on top of preventing us from taking any of that stuff to court because they're under a TRO, CEITX's TRO also cost our county $200,000 in taxpayer money to replace those servers, and our unlawful elections continue. Happy Halloween.